Hey guys, how's it going? And today we are going to be discussing Netflix stock. I'm going to be doing a deep dive into the stock, catalyst for the company I see, my valuations, my price target, and whether I think it's a buy or not today. If you guys like videos like this, drop a like and hit the subscribe button. Also, comment down below what stock you would want me to research next. It doesn't have to be one that's in my portfolio currently. Just drop a comment down and I'll see if I can get to researching that for you guys later. So, some catalyst for the company and really the bull case. And this is, I don't want to be too hopeful, but like I think the bull case is most likely going to happen. Netflix spends a large amount of their budget on content growing subscriber base, and what this does is it decreases the cost for content per every user, which would allow for margin expansion for the company. And I think this is going to continue to happen in years to come, and they're going to continue to grow subscriber base, and therefore their margin expansion is going to continue to get better and better. Another thing you have to take into account is with the ads. They're building a huge digital ad system which uses viewer data to not only just show them random ads, they show them high quality ads that they're more likely to purchase. And a large amount of their target audience is going to be in the US and in more developed countries. And people that are, or other companies that are paying for these ads, they pay a bigger premium for ads directed at people in more developed countries because they're more likely to buy these things because they have more money. And if you take into account that, provided with the fact that Netflix is building systems to use this data to target individuals more closely, it's going to just result in more and more people buying what they see on these ads, which is going to allow for Netflix to charge more for these companies to use ads on their platform. And as things get more computerized and AI develops and all of this stuff, I think that data from individuals is going to be a very key thing that's going to be coming up. You know, a lot of people right now are talking about AI revolution, data centers, this and that. Listen, you're going to need the data from the people to make all this stuff happen. And I think that's a very big opportunity for money, and Netflix is positioned very well for it. They have high margins with very little debt, and they use their excess capital for share buybacks, which I always like to see. They can always improve their ad-supported tier expansion. This is something relatively newer that they introduced, management has done. Another thing about management is they've done an excellent job in pivoting the business and positioning it for a new kind of world, basically. They obviously also have international opportunity as well as opportunity within the countries they're already in to take more and more market share. And if you look at their competitors, got a lot of debt. They Paramount deal that they ended up, or the deal with Warner Brothers that they ended up pulling out of, and they got a ton of money from that, and they basically jacked up the price for Paramount. Paramount's business is going to be so much debt for a lot of their competitors are loaded with debt, and Netflix is just very clean business model, and not only in the industry. If you look at their business model in general, it's a very clean looking situation. There's not much downside that I see. In fact, I think that the worst case scenario for this company as they grow is they're going to end up making you money regardless. So this is a very clean situation. And if you look at some other stocks or some other companies in the market right now, some hot ones, AMD I own, a little shaky of a business model. You can see, okay, what if capex slows down? What if this happens? What if it's not certain? If you look at some of the Amazon, Google, you're thinking, ooh, capex is Meta, capex is going crazy. They're gonna start going cash flow negative. It's like all this stuff currently in the market is making people a little wary about stocks like this, stocks like that. I think eventually it's gonna really take into consideration for that. I especially think that for the mega caps and for the AI companies, eventually they're gonna really have some big drawbacks because of these concerns, because they're probably gonna come true. If you look at a company like Netflix, it's very safe business model, very clean business model, and I think they still have a decent amount of growth opportunity while being a very safe company. I usually like to invest into higher growth companies, but I've been trying to diversify a bit because a lot of growth stocks have been going crazy over the past couple of years. But if you look at some other business models that are still very good business models, very good fundamentals, they've been kind of left behind. And I think that at some point the market will realize that. Especially if you look at the historical valuation of a company like Netflix over the past 5 years, the average PE has been 40x. Currently, the trailing PE is 23x, and forward is 20. The mega cap peers trade at a 25 to 30x, and you look at traditional media peers, it's trading at a 12 to 18x. But I think in no situation is Netflix going to trade at the PE of a traditional media peer. So I think that their PE is only going to get higher, which is going to push the stock price higher as well. I think that's a little bit of fear right now, but I don't think any of the fear is justified. Little data right here for some the bull case. I think all of these things, like top line revenue growth, operating margin, implied EPS, target premium, PE, and the share price. I mean, I think these things are pretty likely to happen, and I don't see a whole lot of downside for the stock. Currently trading at $78. I bought most of my position at around 75-ish, I want to say, but I'm going to continue to add if it stays lower, down 37% this past year, down more from the highs. My bull case for the stock is 30 plus percentage returns for the next 3 to 5 years, year on year over year. My base is 22 to 30%, and my bear is 15 to 22. I'd say my bull case is most likely to happen than base, and I say the bear case is very, very slim. So I think you're getting a 20 to 30% plus return on the stock every year for the next 3 to 5 years, which is more than all. Well, it's pretty much beating the market by double, and it's so minimal risk that I think it's a great opportunity to buy. And for most people, I do think that maybe it looks a little boring. The business model might look a little, whatever. Oh, the returns look nice. It's a clean story, but that's not a whole lot of returns. And I kind of understand that. On some of my stocks, you look at AMD, I've made 400 plus percent in the past year and a half on it. And you look at something like this, 30%. What's that? I can find. Listen, if the market does go through a correction, it does go through a crash, I think companies like Netflix will still go up during that time. But then when you have your high flyers, you have your extremely high growth companies, they're going to get really hit. So that's something you need to take into account. You want to look at your portfolio and see, am I too over leveraged on growth stocks, or do I not have enough safer companies that are going to perform regardless of what's happening with the economy? And it's like, you want to take that into account. And also another thing that I really like, especially for buying the stock right now, I think that the stock is currently quite undervalued, so I could see a bigger upwards move in the near future. Maybe their next earnings report or something else happens, some news comes out. But like, I think there's a disconnect from the stock's current price with the company's fundamentals, which is why I really like buying it currently, because I think there is a good chance for a higher move up, and then it'll slowly go up like that. So this, for the next 1 to 2 years, instead of 30 plus percent, you could have maybe a 40, 50% return, which is a lot more enticing for someone like me. But that's one of the reasons why I really like the stock. I really like the company. Management's doing a great job. Overall, it's just a really, really solid company. It's quite a safe stock. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to check the news about it. It's just a nice, safe stock. And I would currently recommend the stock to anyone. I think it would be a great addition to your portfolio. And yeah, that's my guys. That's my opinion on the stock. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You can leave a comment down below once again with a stock you want me to research, and I'll see if I can get that to you. I'll feature you in the next video. And thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great one.